So I prefer when I'm fishing at Fows, especially night time on moon and that. I find that any sort of plastic paddle tail works on the weed edges and stuff like that, because you've got good vibration, good thumping, nice big tail, slow action, good roll. And then this is just a power bait, Berkeley power bait. I use quite a lot of Berkeley power baits and ripple shads and stuff like that. I've got no favourite lure. I just fish with lures that catch fish, so I know they catch fish, so that's what I do. But today's sort of exercise is a lot of people, they come up to me and they say, how the heck do you get that stinger to go through there and come out the body? It's a solid plastic, and you've got a big lead there, and they don't understand how we get them through. So it's just a little tip for guys out there. They might have their own methods, but this is my method, and I find it works well for me. I've never lost any fish with it, and it always just does the job for me. So what we do is I make the stingers up. I make them up on just on a 60-pound wire, and I use Shogun double crimps. They're about a 0.07 diameter. I use the double because you've got a better crimping. You've got more pressure on the crimp, and they're a copper crimp as well, so they crimp down really well. And as long as you crimp them up tight, never use aluminium on wire, and never use these on nylon, because they're not made. These are made for steel, for your steel wire, because they're copper based, so it's more malleable and you get a tighter grip on them. Anyway, I'll just try and show you if I can get it right. I'm a bit under pressure a little bit here. So what I usually do all this at home. This is what I do when I'm not fishing. I get all my gear ready at home, so I'll get more time. So all I've got here is I've just got a squidgy hook. I know it looks a bit barbaric, but it does the job for me. All I do is I just slowly straighten it out, so I've got a straight point like a needle, and I've got the barb on the end, which collects the loop on the wire, which eventually goes over the hook to trap it. So what I do is I'll just slip this hook might be a little bit short for this job, but it's just an experiment, and it's just to show you guys like what I do. So I'll put it on the body there underneath, just alongside, and where I think it's going to be the best position to come out, which is about there. So I'll mark it with a needle, and that's where I'm aiming to pull my needle out, keeping it as straight as I can coming through the body. So I'll just slip that off for a second, and I'll just put that there. Then you don't want to be too far away from the eye of the hook on the top of the plastic. You want to be just behind it, because this is where it comes back out when you've pulled it through. So you just feel your way through alongside the lead. I know it goes down the side of the lead, but you can work it and watch where it's going. So that's more or less under the hook, and I've got my mark on the bottom, so I'm going to come as close as I can to where it's going to come out, which is about, oh, missed it, it's roughly there. Right, so I've got it through, and then all you do then is you slip that little loop that's going to end up over your hook eye onto that, and then you just get the hook away, and then you pull back towards you, nice and steady, if it don't come off, and then you can see it transferring through the plastic, and then it pops out at the top, if you can see that. Now you've got your loop there, you've got everything's through your plastic now, so you just get that little loop, then that just flicks straight over the top of your plastic. That's locked on your plastic, and then just give it a little tug back, and there you have your stinger sticking out the bottom. Neat. If you look at it that way, it's correct. It's coming through central. It's not deformed the plastic at all, and it's just a good setup. Simple as that. If it helps anybody out there, in the future when they want to go and put stingers on solid plastics, and it works for any of the plastics. You just have to be careful and Just take a little bit of time on setting up, and that's it. Easy.